looking at the computer out of frame. Okay, when you're ready, Alex, let us know. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, hi everybody. We are Cap No Cap. We specialize in standard and custom bottle openers. We had 2 different styles and like 3 different colors, I'd say, for the bottle openers. And yeah.
Alright, just a quick overview. Our primary market was OSU students and our secondary market was Greek life. And we utilized Instagram and a little bit of TikTok to push our brand awareness. And we had weekly tabling events and did a lot of personal sales. And as far as the success goes, our family weekend was like the biggest. And we did struggle to meet our weekly posting goal of 2 to 3 times a week.
So for effective sales strategies, firstly, for our primary target market, OSU students, we would just go around the OSU campus and talk to who we know, or just go up to strangers during tabling events or just like during classes or something like that. And that would help push our sales. And then secondly, with the frats, we would go reach out to them on social media. And we didn't get any replies, but with our main man Jaden here, we got a bulk order with Kappa Sigma, and now they're repping their letters.
In the short time since we began our student-led business, we've grown our social media presence significantly, attract 78 followers with 15 posts engaging and average of 78 accounts weekly. One of our standout moments was the CEO meeting team post reached 149 accounts and garnering 181 impressions. This resonates deeply by showcasing the leadership and vision behind our micro business, highlighting our CEO Connect followers to the personal stories behind our custom bottle openers and emphasize the strategic direction of our company.
And then for personal sales, we would reach out to anyone in our family or just like close friends because they were really excited to just support our business and get a bottle opener. And
all right, our operations production was really simple. We started out with the blank slates, and then we would get the SVG files from either our logo or the custom orders. We would laser engrave them, and then we would attach our tags and tie them together. We ended up producing 50 hammerheads, 50 black Makos, and 50 silver, and at the end of our sales week, we sold every one of our products.
All right, so we had a couple slip-ups. These are the different engravers we would use for the different products. The biggest problem we had was with the wooden engravers is sometimes it would start to vibrate while it was engraved, which would cause the bottom opener to kind of shift a little bit and make the design look a little wonky or off to the side or whatever. But usually it took about a minute to produce the Makos, the keychain ones, and it would take about 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes for the wooden handled hammerheads. For the prices and cogs, so the hammerhead generally was $7 for a standard, and the Mako was $5 for a standard. If you wanted custom, it would be about $1 extra. And the cogs for each of these were really good because it allowed us to hit our profit goal without having to sell 1 million of them. So as you can see, 77 cents for the hammerhead and 64 for the Mako. And we ended up selling about 47 of our hammerheads. 3 of them got a little messed up in the process. And we sold 53 black Makos and 48 silvers. And our revenue totaled up to be about $834 by the end of the term.
We at Cap No Cap had a relatively low expenditure, coming out to around $142. This expenditure can be divided into 3 main parts: prototyping, packaging, and products. Prototyping and packaging came out to around $20 each, and products came out to about $100.
All right, so our total profit as of today is $691.89, which was way over our stretch goal. Our minimum profit goal for the company was $300 and our stretch was $400. As Alex just said, we went above and beyond in terms of revenue and profit. An internal goal we had was to sell to a cop, which we managed to do in our last selling event outside of Weatherford. We had 4 main types of sales events. The expo taught us what we needed to do and what we didn't need to do, like get a Venmo for easier transactions. Family weekend was by far the most successful, and we sold most of our product then. tabling had different results depending on who was selling, what time of day, and just day of the week. Personal selling was our second most successful, with personal connections really coming in. Like we said, Jaden had connections to Kasich, which got us a huge bulk order. In terms of my personal leadership style, I tried to delegate a lot to both directors and associates, and then leave them to complete their tasks, always being available for questions, and then providing feedback before we turn things in. Lessons that we learned as a group was to run meetings more efficiently, communicate clearly and effectively, and then prioritize different tasks like this presentation versus, say, selling or other trifolds during selling events. In terms of then and now, we learned that we should have just dealt with leadership issues sooner and also kept better track of inventory and sales.
All right, so for operations, the biggest area of improvement that I noticed was delegation. At first, I didn't really do much to delegate. I just kind of let people pick their own things, which is fine. But that just kind of led to some people having more work than others, which started to feel a little unfair. So in an effort to make it a bit more balanced, I started delegating work a bit more, just to make sure that everybody's kind of doing a similar amount of work.
And then one of the biggest areas of improvement for marketing was communication. At the beginning of the term, there wasn't much communication and it wasn't very transparent. And then as the term went on, it got more transparent and people knew what they were doing.
In terms of advice for future companies, I would just say to talk about management, be super transparent, and deal with any issues that come up sooner, making management decisions and switching things around if need be.
For operations, my biggest piece of advice would be just making sure that everybody on the operations side of the team is fully aware of how to actually produce the product from start to finish. Just because that way it allows people to be a bit more independent when they work on it and not have to rely on others.
And then for marketing, just make sure everyone has the handles of all the social media accounts, and then make sure they know how to edit, post for the TikToks or whatever, and also make sure they post them on time too.
Any questions? Thank you.
Yeah.